All right, welcome to week 6, week 8. I don't even know. We took an extra week to do a Facebook exercise. We did a video montage together. I'm just going to let these weeks go sequentially, but I'm not sure what. But we have been apart for a long time, so much too long for me. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all hanging in there, and I really hope we'll see each other soon. All right, this is part 2 of our audio section, and this again is by request. I had a couple of people who wanted to improve their audio, and I'm really glad to hear that, because as we've talked at length about, I really think that audio is the most important part of your video. If you have good audio, you're 90% of the way to having a successful video. I did a video sitting at a table like this. I want to give it a listen, and I want to show you what I do in post-production for a typical video. I'm just going to do really, really basic audio post-production. There's a lot you can do in noise reduction, with compressors, with EQs, with noise gates, limiters, to really sweeten the audio. And we're just going to do a real basic pass. Another thing about this week is a lot of us don't have access to computers. With our Tuesday nights shut down and with our office locked up, some of you may not be able to participate in this week's lesson quite as fully. Still, it's good to listen to, good to learn from, and when this all opens back up in a few weeks, cross our fingers, then you can go back and take a look at it and see how it applies to your audio work. All right, quick review. We're going to assume that you found a good location, that you got the mic up nice and close. Mine is just right here off camera. I can touch it. We're going to assume that you were listening, making sure there's no weird noises happening, and that you didn't let your audio levels clip. You didn't let them hit 0. They were when there was dialogue, those levels were resting nicely somewhere around -12, maybe as high as -6. If all that is the case, we should be able to get really, really nice audio. So let's jump on the computer. We have our finished timeline. We've done all of our work. Audio post-production is typically one of my last steps. I'll complete my edit, I'll do my color correction, I'll do my audio finishing, add my graphics, and then the project will be wrapped. But realistically, I usually work on all of these pieces at the same time. Sometimes I'll start with graphics. If there's complicated audio or audio issues, I may work on that up front just to make sure I'm able to salvage that audio before I edit it all in. But if everything goes well, the audio is generally my last step, or one of my last steps. All right, let's take a listen to what we have. So that's the basics of audio. Good location, get the mic nice and close. All right, we're listening for clean audio, which we have. We want our, yes, as I just said in the clip, we want our audio right around -12. It looks just spot on, regardless of what microphone you have. So this is really this is going to be really easy to work with. This is what you want to start with. And again, this is audio finishing when you're coming from a nice starting point, when you got good audio on location. Salvaging bad audio, doing noise reduction, that type of thing, that's a lesson for another time. This is the finishing that we need to do on really all of our videos. All right, the first thing we need to do is go to our inspector here. If you don't see it, it's up here in this inspector icon here. And from here you can look at the properties of your video. You can go into your color correction. You can go to your inspector and more details about your video. And right here, the speaker icon, that is your audio. The first thing I want to make sure is that I have audio on both channels, and I can see it in the meter. These are my meters right here. And when I gave it a listen, it was real obvious.
Good location, get the mic nice and close, wear your headphones, really listen.
I have audio on both channels and I can see my waveforms. I have audio on both channels. The reason I'm bringing this up is because this is a problem that I see in our programs once in a while. People will have audio only on one channel. And sometimes that's hard to see if you're using a laptop or on a system without a good speaker setup. But as soon as it gets on a television, as soon as you're on a computer that has nice external speakers, you're immediately going to hear it. And I'm going to bounce over. I've prepared a clip and I'm going to show you what I mean. So in this clip, we only have audio on one channel.
Quote, digital natives.
And you can see it right here. There's audio here in our meters. There's audio on one channel and no audio on the other channel.
Just have a knack for it. I'm not one of those.
Now, this isn't a problem. In fact, this is how, most professional systems, if you plug in an external microphone to one channel, it's only going to record to one channel rather than two channels. So you're only going to have audio on one channel when you bring it in. This isn't a problem. This is typical. It's only a problem if you don't fix it. So, and it's very easy to fix.
Quote, digital natives just have a knack.
Again, we're in our inspector. This is where we're going to do a majority of our audio work. Instead of stereo, we're going to click here and we're going to go to dual mono. Right here. Dual mono. As soon as we do that, we're sending the signal. We can turn off the empty channel if we want. We don't have to. I typically do, just in case it has a little bit of residual hum. So as soon as we set it to dual mono, we will have each channel going to both speakers. So now if we listen to it,
quote, digital natives just have a knack.
Both channels have audio. Again, if we're in stereo, one channel,
One of those.
dual mono,
I'm not one of those.
both channels. So that's a simple fix. Now we have, now we're ready to go back to our original clip we were looking at.
All right, so that's the basics of audio. Good location.
Great, we've got audio on both channels. Let's check our levels. And so the audio is between -12 and -6, never hitting 0. But now that we're going to deliver, that's perfect for television. If you're right there, that's great. I typically will boost my signal just a little bit. So let's see where we got here.
Good location, get the mic nice and close, wear your headphones, really listen.
Again, I'm here in this inspector, and I'm up here in the volume.
Don't let them hit 0.
So I'm just going to kind of move it up a little.
If you do that, you'll truly be 80% of the way.
Way too loud. See how it's hitting 0?
Audio,
Obviously, now it's way too quiet. We're not getting anything at all.
All right, so that's the basics of audio.
Let's see where we land.
Good location, get the mic nice and close, wear your headphones, really listen. Keep your audio levels around -12. Don't let them clip. Don't let them hit 0.
There we go. It's looking
and if you
good.
do that, you'll truly be 80% of
It looks like the loud points are just going a little bit above -6 decibels.
Regardless of what microphone you have, irregardless of everything else.
Great.
All right, so that's
I'm going to set
the
this
basics
to
of audio. Good location, get the mic nice and close, wear your headphones, really
I'm going to set this to 4 just to be just so we have a nice round number to talk about. So we bumped our levels 4 dB. Now our
headphones, really listen. Keep your audio levels around -12. Don't let them.
Great, our audio's set. You could stop right here and be done. That's it. Make sure you've got audio on both channels and make sure your levels are nice. you're finished. Now, if you want to take that little extra step, I always do these next couple of steps. I'm going to go into my effects tab right here, my effects tab. Go to my audio effects. I'm going to throw on an EQ. And I'm going to throw on a limiter. EQ is in EQ, limiter is in levels, I believe. Yes. These next steps, I turned off my limiter for now so I can just work with the EQ. These next steps probably won't make a bit of difference on this video because the sound is already, it's already nice. It's already set. We're done. However, I like to do this on all of my videos where it will make a difference. Well, I'll tell you in just a moment. Okay, so here's my EQ. What I like to do is just drop off some of my, apparently I can't talk and do it at the same time. What I like to do is to roll off the low end. This is audio information. These are frequencies that the human voice doesn't go down this low. Somewhere right around -80, -50. In fact, this EQ has the coolest feature, which when we play it, we can analyze the voice.
The basics of audio. Good location, get the mic nice and close, wear your headphones, really listen. Keep your audio.
So as we can see, there is no audio information about.
And if you do that, you'll truly be
at about 80, about right, exactly.
Really nice
at 80.
audio.
So we're able to just Now I'm monkeying with it. Let's see. There we go. So if we roll this audio right off under 80, it won't affect the voice at all. But if there is, wind rumble or some sort of a low noise from a freeway, some sort of a low rumble, it will cut that out. And I'll do the same thing with the high end. But I won't cut it nearly as dramatically. And again, that'll just take off if there's like a high-pitched hum, something that is not in the voice. It's usually barely audible, but it can clean up issues. So this is the starting point. From here, if you don't like the way the audio sounds, if there's some sort of problem, or if you just want to make it punchier or to cut through the background music or whatever you want to do, here's where you can start playing with the EQ. My recommendation is to work really lightly. We know what the human voice sounds like. And as soon as we start playing with the EQ, it's really easy to distort the human voice and make it sound odd. So I'll just play with it a little bit and you can hear what I'm talking about.
So that's the basics of audio. Good location, get the mic.
See, these giant
wear your headphones,
jumps
really
make
listen.
a huge difference. But if you just, if you want to bump your high end up a little bit and your low end a little bit.
And if you do that, you'll truly be 80% of the way to getting really nice audio, regardless of the situation, regardless of what microphone you have. Irregardless of everything.
Even that little bit makes a difference. I'm going to put it back because I liked how it was at first. If you get a nice microphone and you record clearly, you should have the, an ideal human voice. And you won't need to do a lot of EQ work. But that's an option. Then you also have your limiter. Oh, it's off right now. Let me turn this back on. All right. Turn on our limiter and bring it in. Again, I sound repetitive, but we don't want the audio to hit 0. And that's one of the main jobs of the limiter. It's to limit our audio from hitting 0. output level 0. We're even going to drop it down. We're not even going to let it get close to 0. We're going to let it get maybe to negative 2.2. Let's give this a shot and just see what we have. Actually, sorry, I'm going to do one thing first. What's nice is most of these effects have presets you can use. Here's one for vocals. So I'm going to start there with our vocal preset. Again, I'm going to drop this down to, I don't even want it to go beyond 2. Let's hear what we got.
Yeah. Good location, get the mic nice and close, wear your headphones, really listen. Keep your audio levels around -12, don't let them clip, don't let them hit 0. And if you do that, you'll truly be 80%.
What it's done is just boosted the gain a little bit, which I think makes the voice sound a little bit richer. And it's made sure that we are not, again, making sure we're not clipping the audio. Just a nice little touch. And if you watch the meters here,
all right, so that's
it's just affecting.
Good location, get the mic nice
it's
and
just
close.
affecting a little bit right here. Whenever you see the meter work downward, that's how much it's pushing the signal down away from that 0.
Keep your audio levels around -12.
Like right there, it's not making any difference at all.
Don't
It's actually, that's not true. It's raising it by 3 dB.
let them clip, don't let them hit 0. And if you do that, you'll truly be 80% of the way to getting really nice audio, regardless of the situation, regardless of what microphone you have.
All right, that sounds really nice to me.
All right, so that's the basics of audio.
All right, let's leave it right there. That'll be good. All right, we've made sure our audio's on both channels. We've set our levels. We're done. Then, just to be extra professional, we're going to throw an EQ on there to make sure we don't have any low-end rumble or high-end buzz. And we're going to set a limiter on there just to be extra sure our levels don't go over 0. And we compress the audio just a bit and kind of makes it sound just a little bit fuller. That sounds good. Now the nice thing is we don't want to go through and do this for every single clip. That would take forever. So we're just going to copy and paste these effects to all the clips around us. So Command C, we're going to copy, and we're going to select all of the clips that we haven't worked with yet. Press Command, select the rest of the clips. There we are. Okay, we've copied the other one. Now we're going to paste those attributes. We don't need the color attributes, just the effects, the limiter, EQ, and volume. Paste. All right, all of our audio is set.
So always be location, getting the microphone closer, or what you can do to make sure you have really, really solid audio.
All right, now there's one final step. And again, these are like your extra credit steps. But whenever you drop the audio out into stillness, if I take this, if I mute the music here, and I just listen to the audio.
Of the way there. 80% of the way there.
Likely you're not going to be able to hear this on your computer. You'll have to trust me.
There.
When this audio drops out, and we go from room tone to pure silence, it's kind of a harsh jump, and it's a bit of a harsh jump back in.
All right, so.
And it's a bit of a harsh jump back in. So what we have here on our audio level rubber bands is we have this little audio fader. As soon as you roll over this rubber band, you've got this little dot here. And when you get the arrows on each side, you can actually fade the audio out on each side. And it makes it a lot cleaner.
80%.
Instead of a sharp cut, you have a nice fade in from the audio.
All right, so some bass.
So I will go through. I'm going to turn this music back on. So I will go through at all my edit points and just grab a little bit of just make a little bit of a nice fade in. And again, you know, like everything, it takes a little time, but it really will improve the feel of your audio. All right, I don't need to do this right now, but well, I'll do this. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to finish this up as long as I'm on it, and I'll be back at you. All right, from here, our audio is complete. We are ready to send this down the line and send it to our Access Bellingham upload page and see it on television on Sunday night. All right. I'm recording this before I've actually seen what we've done. So let's hope it all worked out. I have no idea. Maybe you learned something. Maybe it was a complete disaster. It's part of the mystery of life. Check out the page below. There should be a number of links that will also help you out. And I will see you very soon. Have a great week.